Hello and welcome from Budapest. This is Hungary Reports from Public Media M1, bringing you the latest news from Hungary and the Carpathian Basin in English. I'm Árpád Szőci. Thanks for joining us. Hungary is preparing for a second surge in COVID-19 cases. In just one day, 91 people tested positive for the virus, a number not seen for months now. On Friday, the government will consider tightening restrictions to deal with the resurgence. In the meantime, the country's Rapid Response Epidemiological Unit held a training exercise. They'll be formally put into action should there be a huge surge in the rate of infection.
Since the spring, more than 200 people confirmed infected with the coronavirus have been treated, and the same number of epidemiological observations have been carried out at St. John's Hospital, making the institution one of the most experienced in terms of treatment of the disease in Hungary. In addition, during the pandemic, the institution, together with other hospitals, have developed procedures that could also be successfully applied by other institutions. The Rapid Response Epidemiological Unit transfers this knowledge to institutions which lack this kind of practical experience. Of course, national procedures are available everywhere, but local distinctions must be considered, and experience and practice matter very much, the Director General said. The Rapid Response Epidemiological Unit was set up after the lifting of the country's national state of emergency law. The group unites the work of organizations like the National Ambulance Service, Disaster Management, and the armed forces, which are all involved in national defense. The main task of an epidemiological deployment unit is to stop the outbreak immediately if there is a risk of epidemic, to eliminate it. Furthermore, it's to place and examine patients, people with or without symptoms, as well as contacts, and to provide a location where these patients can be treated as quickly as possible, the Deputy National Chief Medical Officer said. In the last 24 hours, the number of registered coronavirus infections in Hungary has increased by 91. The total number of active COVID-19 cases is 1,008, while the number of confirmed infections has risen to 5,379. The number of fatalities remain unchanged at 614, and 3,757 people have made a recovery so far. Currently, 69 coronavirus patients are being treated in hospital. 8 of them are on ventilators.
And a number of Hungarian government representatives have been put into domestic quarantine. The Prime Minister's office informed that Minister Gergely Gulyás and State Secretary Balázs Orbán took part in an event on the weekend where a person there had been infected with COVID-19. Minister Gulyás's first test for the virus has come back negative. And later, Minister of Justice Judit Varga announced on her social media page that she is also in quarantine because she had met with someone on Monday who turned out to have COVID-19. Her first test for the virus has also come back negative. And the government's information center announced that State Secretaries Zoltán Kovács and Csaba Demeter, as well as the center's spokesperson Őrs Farkas, had met with Fidesz party MP István Holik, who later turned out to be infected with COVID-19. Therefore, all of them also had to go into quarantine. A memorial about the Treaty of Trianon, which saw Hungary lose 2/3 of its territory and 1/3 of its Hungarian population after the First World War, has been inaugurated in Kompot in central Hungary. The structure was made by sculptors Pál Kő and his wife, Csilla Halasi. Kő was also a recipient of the country's highest honors, the Kossuth Award. Present at the ceremony was Hungary's Minister of Finance. Mihály Varga said that it was a shame that Kő did not live to see his creations unveiling. Varga added that Kő was one of Hungary's most important artists and that his creation is a symbol of cohesion among Hungarians.
Evoking the past, monuments, leads us to the future as well. The newly inaugurated public composition recalls the past in several ways. The bells remind us of our historical past, of our never-ending glory, which calls to mind the triumph of the siege of Belgrade, and why church bells chime at noon.
Hungary needs conscious-minded consumers to strengthen Hungary's economy. That's what the country's Minister of Agriculture said during a stop highlighting a campaign called Buy Hungarian.
Hungarian agriculture can provide for 25 million people. The domestic food industry offers good quality inspected products. That's why it's calling attention to the Buy Hungarian campaign. They say that those who purchase Hungarian products are choosing safe products. They are also supporting the domestic economy and the livelihoods of thousands of families. The government pays special attention to the development of the food industry. A base sum of more than €15,400,000 is allocated to those small-scale producers who farm in their own gardens. Families can receive more than €14,000 worth of funds if they plant fruit trees, keep animals, and if they produce products from their crops. Municipalities support the cause by creating local farmers markets or by supporting already existing markets. The Ministry of Agriculture pointed out that in order for the domestic economy to strengthen, conscious-minded shoppers are also necessary, who choose domestic products. Our goal is to direct the attention of people to the values of purchasing domestic products, namely to show how domestic food production has been incredibly resistant in the recent past, and that even in the most difficult of circumstances, there was sufficient food supply in stores on a daily basis, István Nagy said. Domestic products can be purchased at farmers markets. In addition to this, domestic retail chains are at the forefront of the distribution of these products. More than 70% of their goods are Hungarian.
Budapest Police Headquarters arranged for some of its members to donate blood as the country's supplies are way down. Almost 60 officers participated. However, blood supply organizers are asking anyone to consider contributing as the situation is dire.
The people in uniform arrived in a special bus and were escorted by the police. After having their temperature taken, they filled out a questionnaire before donating blood. This time, the Budapest Police Force was donating blood. The Hungarian National Blood Transfusion Service only has enough blood to last for a couple of days. Therefore, Budapest Police Headquarters organized an emergency blood donation to demonstrate social responsibility, Somacsécsi said. Hungary's blood supply decreased drastically due to the pandemic and summer holidays. Until organizers receive enough blood again, they can only provide blood products for emergency interventions. It's good and healthy to donate blood, and we can also help others. There are many diseases that can be cured with blood, and there are unexpected operations when blood is needed, Zsolt Péter Horváth noted. Organizers continue to encourage everyone to donate blood if they feel healthy and haven't been abroad in the past 14 days, since it can save lives. For further details, please visit the websites ovsz.hu or vöröskereszt.hu.
Expect a unique experience if you can get to CSIPKÉSKÚT in northeastern Hungary. There, you can marvel at the Lipizan show horses being raised and bred there, which has been an ongoing tradition since 1950. And the stunning Bükk Mountains and countryside nearby are also a big draw for locals and visitors alike. And that includes if you'd like to check out the surroundings on horseback. And in the heart of the Hungarian capital, you can find an interactive family playhouse. It's called the Budapest Mini Polish. Children can find out what it's like being a grown-up, sort of, and check out certain vocations, such as what it's like being a car mechanic or a veterinarian or even a train conductor. And of course, parents are welcome to take part. And that's all for today, but we're back live again every night at about 11:20 p.m. Central European Time, and you can always catch us in repeats and online as well. Please stay tuned if you can. We also have programs in German, Russian, and Chinese, and of course in Hungarian. Thanks very much for watching, and viszontlátásra.